Taraxa is beating the competition. It's a very, very fast blockchain. It's a BlockDag. It's faster than Kaspa and allows for usage of smart contracts. Look at this. Multiple blocks are being mined every second. But I want to make something clear. This is not a video
that shills
and promotes the project. This is an objective analysis. We are going to look at the good and at the bad. Why did Taraxa, for example, 10x in just a few days? How active is the developer community? Why is Taraxa not listed on DeFi Llama when there's more than 200 chains being listed here? What are the use cases of this blockchain or BlockDag? What is this hype application, for instance? We're going to look at all the technical details, taking apart confusing charts like the analytics pipeline. Discussing the roadmap also makes sense. We are all looking into the future as investors, but we won't stop there. We are going to look at tokenomics. We're going to look at token unlocks. Who gets access to more tokens at what point in time? And could this potentially depress the price? All of this and much more in this video, so let's start. Taraxa markets itself with its very fast transaction speed. The first thing you see on the website is how Taraxa can process 5,000 transactions per second. And chances are, if you search for Taraxa, that you're also familiar with Kaspa, because Kaspa uses the same kind of technology, a BlockDag or directed acyclic graph. So transactions aren't processed just linearly, but you can submit transactions simultaneously and then they get merged afterwards, increasing the speed quite a lot. But here's the difference to Kaspa. Apparently, Taraxa has EVM compatibility. Apparently, you can deploy any Ethereum virtual machine smart contract on the blockchain DAG of Taraxa. In Kaspa, you can only send coins from one wallet to the other. In Taraxa, you can process smart contracts. And so the market got really excited when the mainnet of Taraxa launched. The Tara token went up by more than 10x in a few days. But not everything is great. I found some major
red flags.
A mainnet launch is nice and great, but here's something strange. If Taraxa is an EVM compatible network, then why on earth is Taraxa not listed on DeFi Llama? There are more than 211 blockchains being listed here. Taraxa is not one of them. The answer is hidden in the docs. Taraxa isn't that open as it appears. Is this a layer 1 or a decentralized application? The answer in the docs is we don't really see Taraxa's ledger and our applications as separate. They're tightly integrated as a single system. So when they're tightly integrated, can you simply, as an outsider, deploy smart contracts on them? In theory, when something is EVM compatible, you should. But why is it not on DeFi Llama? Why can't we see the total value locked of the different decentralized applications? Maybe there aren't too many outsiders developing for the chain, but the people that are involved, they are very active. This is the Taraxa GitHub repository, so this is where you commit code. You can see here in these charts, code commit after code commit. Just 2 hours ago, a new improvement proposal. 8 hours ago, an update to the documentation, etc. This is very active. Now, it's mainly the internal development team that's building on Taraxa. What have they so far delivered? There's a dedicated space on the website for that, so let's have a look. There's a lot of business-to-business activity, apparently. Trusted machines. We click on Learn More. We get Medium articles. Yeah, this is traditional offline economy. Handshake deals, supply chain quality control, change order management. All of those are just Medium articles. We can't really say how much is really behind this. But I conveniently left out one thing, and that's the main application that's currently being developed. The application is called Hype. Hype launched roughly 1.5 years ago as an alpha. And I have so much to say about this, and it's not good. I'm trying to be as objective as possible, so feel free to roast me if you disagree in the comments. Any feedback is appreciated. But if you have launched an application 1.5 years ago as an alpha, and you're still not out of the alpha phase, how far are you really getting with that application? But my main gripe is not necessarily the pace of the development, My main issue is the use case of the application. Hype is a decentralized app that incentivizes you with Tara tokens when you post about a project in other groups. You get paid to shill the Tara token in other Telegram groups. The first thing you do is you register the Telegram group where you want to be promoting Taraxa. Then in the background, all the messages in that Telegram group get recorded and evaluated. How much did you really promote Taraxa? That's what's described in this analytics pipeline. So all the Telegram messages get into the pipeline. Some of the shorter messages like good morning, etc. or hi, they just get discarded. And then the messages are being filtered for keywords. For example, for the Taraxa project or for the specific campaign, maybe a testnet launch or whatever that they want to promote at the time. And if you want to become a paid shiller that gets a few cents for posting about Taraxa in other Telegram groups, you simply just have to follow 100 steps or so until you can actually claim your rewards. Some people might call this approach genius, other people might call this complete garbage. I rather tend to be in the second camp. Not necessarily because of moral reasons, but because you could achieve so much more with technology like this. Instead of incentivizing other people to promote your project, you could build something more generic and you could ask Telegram group operators to maybe automatically allocate Tara tokens to the people that are most useful to the group, as in the people that got most thumbs up, for example. For instance, here for the Bitcoin Strategy channel, we've got a Telegram group and we've got a Discord channel. The Telegram group is very, very active. So feel free to join this, by the way. Simply search for Bitcoin Strategy channel within the Telegram app. But the Discord channel of Bitcoin Strategy is pretty much dead. Nobody really uses it. So incentivizing here some kind of activity might make sense. But instead of doing this, the alpha that had been launched was pretty much selfish promotion. And I don't really like this. Marketing in general seems to be the major weakness for Taraxa, but more on this later. Taraxa's roadmap is pretty much focused on further driving this hype app. But I'm not sure if that's the right approach. I think it's better to incentivize other developers to contribute with their applications. At the very least, get listed on DeFi Llama FFS. There's other problems showing that Taraxa isn't really embracing the spirit of crypto. For example, if you run a node and you want to claim your rewards, you have to do KYC, something that very few crypto projects actually require. I made the claim that the marketing of Taraxa is terrible, and let me show you what I mean. You get to the main website. You click on the reference for Market Watch, and what do you see? A broken link. You click on the Cointelegraph reference. What do you see? A generic article where Taraxa has been mentioned somewhere at the bottom. What's that reference to Stanford? It's a lecture given by one of the founders 3 years ago. This is not impressive. Don't have these links here. There's even a dedicated section on the website here, right? Coverage. So how is Taraxa being covered? Again, we've got very old lectures. The first article mentioned here is from 2020. The next one on Yahoo Finance is in the PR section. And again, we've got the Market Watch article that doesn't work. The founders, Stephen Pooh and Justin Snap, they might want to have a second look at the marketing person. Oh wait, there is no marketing person in the team. There's only engineers that all try to build the entire ecosystem by themselves. A very noble endeavor. People are working hard. The GitHub repositories are very active. But is this enough? Can you be self-reliant on the single team when all other crypto projects have thousands and thousands of developers working for them independently? But let's talk about one of the most important things for Taraxa, and that's tokenomics. Who gets the tokens and how much? CoinMarketCap shows this allocation. The documentation shows this allocation. No matter what allocation you believe, there is a lot of tokens for insiders, for founders, for early investors that might want to take some chips off the table at some point. Seed sales, early investors. Private sales, early investors. It's already 1/4 of the coins. Public sales. Okay, that's somewhat fair, but still not mined coins. Team. Insiders, 15%. Foundation. part of the team as well, one might argue. So that's another 1/3 of the coins in total. Community and ecosystem, what does this mean? Does this mean a developer fund? Does this mean the current developers, mainly internal, they get those tokens? It's all very unclear. It doesn't look like the public owns a lot of this. And looking at the holder distribution, right, the largest wallets that hold how much, this is pretty much confirmed. Apparently the first wallet is locked team rewards. The second wallet is rewards for stakers. The third wallet is the foundation. And this all wouldn't be too bad if those allocations had already been given and been priced into the chart, but that's not the case. The team is in the process of getting their tokens allocated, and they will be dumping. Those 15% allocation to the team now unlock every quarter. So 11.11% of those 15% that they get in total gets unlocked every quarter. Thus, 6.66% of the circulating supply will go to the team every year now. 6.66% doesn't sound too bad, but here it comes. The staking inflation is huge and there is no supply cap for the Tara token. You stake the Tara token, you get 20% APY. This is how much inflation there is. You have to stake in order not to get diluted, and the 20% is fluctuating somewhat. But still, more than half of the tokens are currently being staked, and they inflate very quickly. And if you've been following crypto for a while, you know what happens with tokens that are highly staked and highly inflationary. Have you seen Hex, for example? Hex was one of those coins, and look at what the price in the end did. All this additional supply depressed the price massively. Is the community growing enough? Is it engaged enough to catch all of that inflation? I'm not sure. The Twitter engagement is average at best. There are articles on Medium that are somewhat interesting, but also the Telegram engagement was rather silent, the last message 2 days ago. And here's the Telegram where there is a bit more messaging going on. It would have been ironic if even Telegram is dead, because that's what the whole Hype app is based on, right? Telegram engagement. If Taraxa can change the mindset, if they can build something that's useful for the average community, that's not just self-serving to promote their own token, then this could take off. We have seen this with Friend Tech, for example. There is plenty of opportunities to market to influencers, to help them grow and monetize the community. And as a community admin, incentivizing the most loyal, the best contributing members in a community is not an easy task. And any tool, even if it's based on a new blockchain, is very, very useful potentially. Now, with all of that token inflation, with all of that allocation to the team, and with the currently probably somewhat wrong focus of this Hype app, we unfortunately did not see Tara doing better than Bitcoin or Ethereum. This is a relative chart of the Tara coin to Ethereum. So is Tara outperforming Ethereum? The answer, of course, is no. Since April of 2021 to today, Tara underperformed Ethereum by 88%, despite the recent rally. And we can see after the recent mainnet launch that momentum is turning bearish. And it's not even clear that even after a drop of another 84% or so relative to Ethereum, that the floor will hold, simply because of that massive inflation. The inflation of the staking and the unlock of tokens for the team. There are positive sides of Tara, don't understand me wrong. This is a very fast blockchain or BlockDag with a team that's working very, very hard. But right now, from my view, they are working on the wrong thing. Hype can only work when it provides utility to other people, not just to the project owners. And the incentives and the allocations should be way more in favor for others, for people that come in, not just for the early starters. I'll keep an eye on the project. I think there is potential in the technology. What I want to see first is massive success for one of the applications. Otherwise, the problematic incentive structure is a no-go for me. Again, feel free to join us on Telegram. There's a link down below as well, or search for Bitcoin Strategy channel in the app. Also, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos here regularly.